Hello, this is Janet Wright, and I wanted to orient you to what this video is about and where it came from. This is a roughly 50-minute excerpt of a much longer healing live stream that I did back on April 6th, 2021. It was healing 3 of 3 of the April triplet set on creativity. And we did some really thorough healing work on the manifestation wings, along with covering new ground about different things you can do with them, how to heal them, and use them for generating more energy to help you manifest, help you in your day, and unblocking your chakras, and they even help you be more present with the part 2 work that we'll be doing. So I hope you enjoy. I left a little animal cam stuff on at the end, just for a minute or two so you could see some of my pets. And also, just a note, I'm assuming that you already know about grounding and aura repair, and that you have already taken care of that. So that right now you have wide and flowing grounding, you have a fully repaired aura, so that this video can just be about manifestation wings work. So if you don't have that taken care of yet, go ahead, pause this video, take care of that. I have videos to do that, of course. If you need a walkthrough, you can find them in the comments section. All right, so without further ado, here's the manifestation wings healing part 1 and part 2A and B. Hope you enjoy. All right, so we're going to do manifestation wings now. And first we'll do the part 1, just a faster version of it, and then we'll do the part 2, which will be the sort of the big meat and potatoes of the healing today. So we're doing the part 1 first, because it's important, and it would be weird if someone did part 2 if they've never done part 1. And I know people are going to use this later as a walkthrough, so it's important to do part 1 for that reason. All right, so your manifestation wings are, they may not be big right now. So just imagine them as they are. Do they look like little shriveled up tiny bird wings here? They look like burnt marshmallow, like super black, hard, blocked up things. Do they look gold, but they're like sort of smaller? When they're fully healed and repaired, they can look giant, like head to toe angel wings. And they're attached to you as a spirit in the back of your astral body, right around here, this whole region. But they get starter energy from these energy channels that go down your neck and shoulders. They get starter energy there to kind of turn them on, to power them on, and then they generate their own, a ton of their own gold light. So that's why it helps people to sort of supersize what they're creating. And it can be in little ways too. Like I said on Sunday, 2 days ago, that it helped Prince, writer, composer Prince, who is now in heaven, to create on a much bigger scale in his life, because he had really nice, properly functioning manifestation wings during his life. But it can be small things too, like small, even seemingly silly things. Yesterday, rather than procrastinate and not order something that I thought I should order, that I need, because I have some plants I need to plant, but then I was supposed to fertilize the ground before I put the plant in, blah, blah, blah. And I was putting it off, and I just sat down and I researched it. I found like the best bargain and the best size. It was well reviewed, and I just went ahead and bought it. Whereas the previous spring, I had procrastinated and planned and hyper studied it and thought about it forever. And, it probably took me weeks to figure it out exactly what I wanted. This time it took me 5 minutes. I was like, and then after I ordered it, I was like, wow, am I ready? That was so fast. And that's just your manifestation ways, just sort of, it's like, something that you might not even get to, or you might hem and haw forever. You just, do it. It just gives you a lot more power. So it may not, turn you into Prince, but Makes you more effective in your daily life for sure. And it can help you in bigger ways over time as well. All right, good. So manifestation wings. So you just imagine them as they are now, and then you heal them and unblock them. That's sort of part one, right? So just imagine your manifestation wings as they are now, a copy out in front of you, and just surround them in lots of gold light. And you want to, for those of you that can't yet see energy, they have a lot of caked on energy that's probably black. That kind of looks like burnt toast or something. There's just a lot of it, like around both sides of each wing. And so you just sort of cook that off with lots of gold light. And just keep doing it. Take your time, breathe, relax as you do it. You want to kind of have a serenity and kind of chill out as you're doing really any energy work. It works better that way, but especially sort of more stuff that has more profound effect, like manifestation wing work. Just chill out. Just try to breathe deeply as you're doing it. But again, you're sort of cooking off the hard black burnt stuff that is on your wings, either side of your manifestation wings. And the upper center part of the wing is where it connects to your astral body. You can have like braces, kind of like hard pinching things that pinch off the energy flow into the manifestation wings from your neck and shoulders. So get rid of that pinching stuff that restricts the starter energy going into your manifestation wings. Just sort of imagine it like hard metal staples or something, or a hard metal clamp, and just sort of melt it off with gold light and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. Because you want it healed and whole and repaired. So it's all, your manifestation wings, they're gold. So if you see stuff that's not gold, it doesn't belong there. So just give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And you can also say, angels, can you recycle any beings or being tunnels that are anywhere near my manifestation wings? So if you're a newbie, you probably didn't feel any difference with that, but that is okay. It still means that you helped yourself. It just means that since you're a newbie, you're not yet present enough to feel physically the benefits of what you're doing. But it still helps you, and someday what you're doing will make you present enough that then you feel every little thing, which is a little more validating. So at this point, as a newbie, just keep the faith. You're doing good. Okay, so what we were doing is we were getting rid of any sort of limiting, crushing little devices or clamps that were limiting that starter energy from flowing from your astral body, arms, and neck into your manifestation wings. So we want enough of that starter energy. The starter energy, since it's generated by your astral body chakras 7654, it's going to be like purple and blue and green, which is kind of pretty. So it helps you to think of that starter energy colors. That might be fun for you. But anyway, so then that starter energy turns on your wings, and then they can generate a lot of gold light. And be sure you get that sort of inner surface between like your astral body, the back of your astral body shoulders and your wings. Get in there, and maybe with gold sandstorm, and just clean that out. And you can use maybe sticky gold wax in that whole area, that inner area, again, between your astral body shoulders and the back of your, the surface of your manifestation wings that is closest to your, the back of your astral shoulders. Just sticky gold wax that whole thing. And the sticky gold wax will stick onto anything that you need to remove. So hard objects, beings, cords, whatever, other people's energy. And then just remove the sticky cold wax and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Let's do that again. Wax that inner area between your astral body shoulders and your astral body upper back and your wings. And just lots of gold light. Smear it around. It's sticky gold wax. Smear it around. And then peel it off. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And just feel how that is. Stay present. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your butt. If you need to reground, that's fine. Think of your big, wide, flowing grounding. Check that it's flowing properly. You can stretch out your wings. Just sort of imagine that. It's kind of like when you stretch out your hands. Just let your wings sort of spread. So you feel your wingspan a little bit. It's kind of funny. And all right, so that is Manifestation Wings Part 1. Which is just general unblocking. And we did sticky cold wax with it. And we did being removal. Okay, so that was Manifestation Wings Part 1, and you can do that as much as you want. It's nice. Then now we'll do Manifestation Wings Part 2. Da-da-da-da! So if this is too complicated for you, whatever, you can do one for a while. Anyway, Manifestation Wings Part 1, you can get so much mileage out of that. But, okay, so Manifestation Wings Part 2. Okay, so it has two different things is what I'm calling Manifestation Wings Part 2. One of the things is, okay, so you got your manifestation wings, right? And they link up to your astral body in the back here. And you can have energy that's trying to suppress your manifestation wings, right? It could be energy from a past life. It could be that you were creating on some big level, like say you were a fur trader, right? And you were trading all these furs, and you figured out a new trade route, and you figured out a new way to trap and a new location where you could, trap, and you were like, all of a sudden, your business just really picked up, and you had good relations with this key person, and whatever, and you were going big as a fur trader. You were rocking it, right? And then there's this other fur trader who was getting a little jealous and getting a little resentful, right? Because what they were doing, maybe they were just kind of mean-spirited, and people were like, gee, do I buy from the mean person or the nice person? So for whatever reason, this fur trader wasn't doing so well, and they were having a problem with your success. So it's possible that they threw stuff at your manifestation wings to try to get you to pipe down, so you weren't creating on such a big level. And so you may have, if you imagine the back of your manifestation wings and kind of look from afar, you may have stuff that's just kind of thrown in there like sticks, or looks like a big giant sharp rock that's stuck in there. And so let's get rid of all that, so then your wings can kind of chill out and rest and work better. They don't have like these hard objects just kind of oppressed and pinching right there. You can also have some weird invasive beings that are kind of doing the same thing. So we'll get rid of the hard objects and the invasive beings that are right here in the back center of your manifestation wings. So not on the inside, but like if you look from a distance, it's like right there. So if you saw it like at a profile, it'd be like, just sticking into your manifestation wings, trying to pinch them off and get them to not be so powerful. Okay, so just imagine maybe you in a profile, and imagine your manifestation wings, and then just imagine if there's anything just sort of stuck in there, which could be from a past life, like I said, when you were a fur trader, 15 lives ago or something. Or it could be from, like when you were a kid in this life, maybe your sister was she wanted to be the best at something, and it turns out you were actually a little better, and so she just piped you down. So anyway, just let's use sticky gold wax, and let's just wax that whole center part of your wings. So like this whole back part right here, just use a lot of sticky gold wax, and just get caught up in the wax, any beings and any hard objects that are stuck like right there, trying to pinch off your wings and shut them down, and just get that all waxed up. And then your intention is that when you lift off the wax and give it to the angels, it's going to lift out all the invasive beings and hard objects that are stuck in there. And then we'll do it a few times to make sure we get more and more. But anyway, so just lift out the wax, and that's going to lift out the invasive beings and the hard objects. And then just say, angels, here you go. All right, and so just extra gold light there, where you just remove stuff from. Help it to repair up. And then we're going to do it again. And if you get spacey, just take a second and ground first. You know, redo your grounding, red or orange or yellow, nice and big and wide, all the way down to the core of the earth. So think of your manifestation wings and the very back of them, and you have like hard objects or beings just sort of shoved in there. And just do another sticky gold wax so that whole area, just freeze anything that's there, stick it up with the gold wax so that the gold wax is going to catch it and help you to remove it all. And then just take it out all in one chunk and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So usually, you can feel free to post questions. I'll catch up with them at the end, to the extent that I have time. But absolutely, if you have a question related to something I'm saying, feel free to post it and I'll catch it later. But one that I did notice now the angels want me to address right now. So it says, how do you remove a negative entity attachment? Well, that's what we're doing. Every time I say beings, used with sticky gold wax, remove the beings, that's what I mean. Beings are negative entities. It's the same difference. Invasive beings, same difference. Of course, you have to have a repaired aura first in order for any of this to be useful. So if you don't, like that person that asked, they don't have a repaired aura, so they're missing like the back third of their aura. So you got to do aura repair first. So you can go and do like an earlier video of mine. I mean, you could listen live, but then you got to do aura repair. So maybe just redo the earlier part of the healing that says aura repair, where we do aura repair. And because if you don't do aura repair first, you're gonna have like this big gaping open door. So it's like, you know, if it's like a home and you're running the furnace to keep your home warm, but then all your windows and your doors are open, you're kind of missing the point, right? So get your windows and your doors shut and then work on your furnace. So that's the idea with, you know, don't worry about negative entity attachments if you don't even have your aura repaired. You got to get that done first, get a nice wide grounding, get your aura repaired, and then these other techniques you'll find are fairly effective. So I hope that helps. Okay, but the rest of the questions, feel free to post them. I'll catch up with them later. Okay, so again, this is more Manifestation Wings Part 2. You're imagining your big gold wings that help you create and manifest and be creative. And then you're just imagining the back part, the back center. It's like the upper back center part of them. It's a very common place where you can get thrown objects or beings that are just in there trying to pinch off the energy flow. So one more time, let's just let's use because we did sticky gold wax twice already. Let's use magnets, electromagnets. You know, so big gold electromagnets, and put them all around that area. And just when you turn on the electromagnets, it's gonna attract all the hard objects to them, and then you just have the angels recycle the magnets. So just make sticky gold magnets all around, and it's gonna just get rid of any hard objects that are stuck in your manifestation wings or near your manifestation wings. So turn on your electromagnets, and then just let the magnets do the work of like pulling out the hard objects in that area. And then say, angels, can you please recycle my electromagnets and everything stuck to them? And then we'll just do a little extra repair, because if you have hard objects stuck in there and then you remove the hard objects, now you might have a gaping hole. I mean, it might auto heal, but it might only half auto heal. So you got to do a lot of gold light and clean out that area in case you have just gashes and holes from all the junk that was there that you cleaned out. Okay, so imagine your manifestation wings and then sort of the upper back part of them, and just lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water, and just get in there and just repair it all up. Okay, so that was, I mean, you could, if you're getting real analytical, you can say that was Manifestation Wings Part 2A, which was, getting the junk out from the upper back of your manifestation wings. So junk removal. Which is really beings and hard objects. Specifically in that upper back center part of your manifestation wings. And sometimes that's very interesting in how it affects your shoulders now and everything, and your chest and your neck. So it would be interesting if anyone felt any difference with that. The part one, the manifestation wings part 2A, where we're getting rid of the junk in the center back. So with your wings, they're part of your astral body. And your astral body, of course, has 7 chakras, 7 major chakras along the spine. And your wings have a way of energy flow in between them. And then they have a way of energy flow to each astral chakra. So it's like they can not only help be a giant just force of gold flow in the whole back of your aura, but they can actually help align and unblock the back of all your astral chakras, which therefore, when you're physically present, helps align and unblock the back of all your physical chakras, which is kind of a great thing. And it's fun to play with too. So it's filaments. Okay, filaments is my word for like energy cords that are good, and they're maybe more, they're not giant like, the filament for your whole arm. The energy channel for your whole arm is it's just a bigger river, right? But a good cord, you could call it a cord, but I call them filaments. So like the filament, there are these, it's sort of a triangle shape at each chakra level. So if your mind just exploded, just take a deep breath. Recognize that this is optional, that this is all levels teaching. And so you're not going to, your life isn't over if you don't understand everything I say, okay? Just relax. Have your beverage. It's okay. But, okay, so like say your 7th chakra, your astral 7th chakra, that's the one we'll do first. So your wings, they have a filament that connects the left wing to the right wing at the height of your astral 7th chakra. And then they have filaments that go in to each side of your astral 7th chakra. So it's kind of like this triangle of gold filament to your astral 7th chakra. And it's cool. The filaments already exist, so you just kind of sense them. They could be all black. Some people, if the filaments are, like if they're blocked and they can't see something, they're like, oh, I don't have it. Like 1 or 2 clients I have, they're like, well, like for your creative rings, they're like, everyone has 3 creative rings. They could be a little bashed up and broken, but you have 3 creative rings. But, every once in a while I get someone who's be like, well, I only have 1. I can only see 1, but you have all 3. It's just that there could be kind of beings playing a game with your vision, so you can't see all 3. So it's the same thing with these filaments for your manifestation wings. You have them there. Maybe you can't see them because your vision's a little blocked or whatever, but don't worry about it. You just imagine them and unblock them and heal them up so they're a nice, strong flow in between them. So just imagine we'll do this one a little slower, and then hopefully we'll do the others more quickly. Because, we don't have all day. And you can just do it a little bit each time anyway, so it's not that serious. You don't have to make them perfect right now. So my OCD clients can just relax. This is not about perfection. It's just, psychic fun we're having here, okay? Okay, so you imagine your astral 7th chakra, and then you imagine your wings, and there's a little gold filament that links your left wing to your right wing at that height. And it just allows energy transfer back and forth. So you just imagine that filament and unblock it. It might look black, it might look white, and that just means it has black and white wrapped around it. So just keep unblocking it. Use lots of gold fire around it. And again, this is the 7th. The filament at the level of, at the height of your astral 7th chakra. So it's back here, and it goes this way between one wing and the other wing. And so you can unblock that more and more and more, so you get a nice flow. And again, your intention is you want to do what's healthy and gentle to do today. And then the filament that goes, the other two sides of the triangle, right? From this wing and this wing, you have filaments that go into each side of your 7th chakra. So like toot and toot. So just imagine the two sides of the triangle, going from your astral 7th chakra from each side of that to your wings, and just melt whatever junk is around the filaments so they look more and more gold. And then just unblock them so that you might have to unblock the astral chakra just a little bit so that you can see the energy that flows in between. Because if everything's all blocked up, then not much flows in between. So again, it's like a triangle where the pointy part is pointing at you, at your head. And again, you just want to do what's healthy and gentle to do today, right? So it's not like some big ordeal. Stay present, be here, wiggle around, get your grounding again. Okay, and same thing for all the other chakras, basically, all your astral chakras, your major chakras. So at the height of your astral 6th chakra, right, which here's the front of it, there's the back of it. At that height, same thing. You have a horizontal one that just goes from one wing to the other. And then you have the other two sides of the triangle. They go into each side of your astral 6th chakra in the back. So you can just imagine that triangle of filaments at the height of your astral 6th chakra in the back. And again, you're using lots of gold light. And again, this is advanced somewhat. I mean, a beginner could totally do it. But if you just don't feel like doing it or you feel too sleepy, don't worry about it. It's okay. This will be saved as a video. You can try later if you want. But you can't really mess it up either, so I would say go for it. Because gold light, it's always going to help. So again, this is at the height of your astral 6th chakra, which is, the 3rd eye. In the back, the filaments go to either side of the back of your 6th chakra, and they go to each wing. And there's one that goes from the left wing to the right wing at that height. So it's like a triangle. And just feel how that feels for your shoulders, your neck, your chest, your head. Okay, and we're going to do that same triangle for the astral 5th chakra. So there's a There's at the height of your astral fifth chakra, which is throat chakra. There's one that just goes from left wing to right wing. And then there's the other two sides of the triangle that, you know, from one of the wings to the back of the fifth, from the other wing to the back of the fifth. And again, these are filaments or energy cords, but good cords from you to you. And so you just unblock them so they're nice and gold and flowing. And you can do this many other times. Just always have the intention, healthy and gentle. And just relax, don't try too hard. Energy work always, it helps if you just chill out as you're doing it, just relax. Stay here, but relax. To the extent that you can. So this is it's at the height of your astral fifth chakra, your throat chakra, right? And there are two filaments going to either side of the back of that, to each wing, and then there's one filament at that same height going just from the left wing to the right wing. And again, wing is your manifestation wings that help you create, help you manifest, help you go big in life. Whether that means writing music or ordering gardening and household supplies, or doing whatever, organizing your house. Okay, so let's do the fourth one. They're all the same. It's just a triangle of filaments. So at the level of at the height of your astral fourth chakra, center of chest, love, motivation, self-love, self-esteem, self-care. So astral fourth chakra. In the back, the filaments go from either side of that to either wing, and then there's one that goes to the left wing and between the left and right wing at that same height. So you got a triangle of filaments. And you just want to use so much gold light that, because they can be blackened, they can be white and weird, and it's just because they have energy caked around them. And if you're feeling like weird as you do this, maybe there's a being or two that's giving you a hard time, just say, angels, if there are any invasive beings or being tunnels that are in my way of doing my own healing work now, please recycle them. And then again, keep doing your triangle at the height of your astral fourth chakra. And then let's do that same thing with the astral third chakra. Third chakra is below the sternum bone, right there. Has to do with taking action, starting projects, finishing projects, feeling alert when you want to, and also sleeping well when you want to. So that's third chakra right there. And in the back, on either side of the astral chakra, third chakra, you have filaments that go to each wing. And then you have a filament that goes back and forth at that same height from one wing to the other. So it forms a triangle. So just go ahead and use as much gold light as you can on those filaments at the height of your astral third chakra. And if you want to move around and stretch as you work, that's completely understandable. You could even, take a break, especially if this is later as a video. You could do, some of them and then eat a snack and then do more of them. Healthy protein snack though, not junk. So we're unblocking I guess we could call it the filament triangle at the height of your astral third chakra. And just do it until you get a sense of like, okay, I've done enough for now. Okay, and then we'll do that for the second chakra, the astral second chakra. So second chakra is below the belly button, maybe an inch or two, depending on how tall you are, how stretched out your torso is. But second chakra, emotion, sexuality, sensuality. So the back of your astral second chakra, there are filaments coming from either side of that to your creative wings, manifestation wings. And so that's two sides of the triangle. And then you have a filament going from one wing to the other. So it makes a triangle. So just use so much gold light, gold fire, gold water that you unblock these filaments. And just do it to the extent that you can handle, whatever is good for you to do today, right? You don't have to be perfect by the end of today. And just unblock it. So you can imagine, first you imagine, you know, all the junk caked on around it that's keeping it from looking really gold, and just melt that off. And then imagine like the flow within it, and just imagine the clogs and unblock the clogs. So more flows back and forth. There can be clogs at the back of your astral second also, of course, that are getting in the way. And so then you just keep doing it until you have a nice flowing filament triangle, sort of. I mean, the wings are in between, so it's not like just a triangle of filaments. It's, you know, but roughly it's a triangle shape. And then same thing with your astral first chakra. This is the last one. So if you made it this far, I'm impressed. But your first chakra is at the base of your spine, has to do with abundance, safety, and courage. So all very good stuff. And so imagine the back of your astral first chakra and the filaments that go from there to your each of your creative wings, your manifestation wings, at that height, that same height. And just use lots of gold light on those. And then there's another filament that goes from left to right at that same height, from the left wing to the right wing. So at first you're doing this filament triangle just to get off the junk so that the filaments look nice and gold, which is the real color. And then not all filaments in your body are gold, you know. Like astral to physical chakras are not gold, but these are, because your manifestation wings are gold and they generate a lot of gold. So anyway, this is the triangle at the level of your astral first chakra of filaments that go from your astral first chakra in the back to your either manifestation wing, and then from one to the other, one wing to the other. And so you get the gunk off, and then you imagine the flow within it, and within the filaments, and unblock that flow. And then you could just geek around and play around, like play them like a harp, you know. Beep, 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 beep. Just be aware of your filaments and play around with them like you're playing a harp, just gently, you know. See that they vibrate nicely. Because if they're blocked, they won't vibrate like a nice harp string. They'll just be like, meh, 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 meh. So. All right. So just think of like, move around a little, think of how that feels. Reground, red or orange or yellow. Figure out which flows better, red grounding, orange grounding, or yellow grounding for you right now. Unblock your grounding at red or orange or yellow, whichever you want. Make sure both your astral grounding is unblocked and your physical grounding. Comb through all your chakras. You can separate out astral 7 and physical 7 just to kind of notice. That's very, very funny. Everybody's physical 7 chakras are like releasing so much out the back right now. Because what that does, again, like I said, it uses all the gold light, some of the gold light from your manifestation wings to unblock, you know, the back of all your astral chakras. And then when you're present in your physical chakras, it's, you know, it does that to the physical chakras because you're there and you have those filaments going in, so It's funny, everybody's releasing a lot out the back of their chakras, which is good, very good. But you do want to make sure your grounding is nice and unblocked so that the energy can go all the way down to the core of the earth. So just see how that feels. How does that feel for you? Your filament triangles, your your manifestation wing filaments. How does it feel to have that? How does it feel with is your neck and shoulder tension the same or different? How your head feels? You know, maybe not right now if you don't want, but you could get up and stand and walk a couple paces, see if it feels any different. Let's see. So that was the filament stuff for the manifestation wings, the filament triangles. That's pretty much, we're close to the end right now for sure. Oh, I didn't out loud say redo your gold buffer zones, so let's do that. Redo your gold buffers. And if you don't know what they are, gold buffer zones, they help to slow the rate of aura damage because they're big gold force fields. You attach them to the edge of your regular auras. So I do have a reference video where you can learn about that. It's 18 minutes long, called Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones. Okay, so that's fun. So again, I would really appreciate survey feedback on this one. And when in doubt, unblock your grounding. Like later, just keep unblocking your grounding because people are going to be releasing just epic amounts, which can feel just fantastic if you keep your grounding flowing, both astral and physical body grounding fully unblocked. It's funny. Oh yeah. So what we're going to do to wrap up is important. So don't skip it. If you just did your manifestation wings, you know, A and B clearing stuff, do this too, which is crowd exercise for triggered people. Which is good to do because what you just did is so cool, man. You know, it's like crazy cool. But, you know, probably on a subconscious level, other people are going to notice. I mean, most people will just probably be, they feel good around you or something, you know, they'll be very gentle and fine, you know, because manifestation wing energy is just, it's just nice. It's lots of gold light, so, you know. But you could have somebody who's more bitter or stuck, and so they just kind of get triggered, you know, by being around you or noticing. So it could be a neighbor that's down the street, it could be a relative or something, or a partner. This crowd exercise for triggered people will help them to process that you're changing and it's okay and it's not a bad thing. So what you do for this is you just imagine out in front of you at a comfortable distance, just anybody that could possibly be triggered by what you were just doing, you know, all the clearing and healing, especially manifestation wing work. Just imagine those people out in front of you like a big crowd. And you don't have to know who they are, just anybody. It could be work people, personal life people, neighbors, whatever. Anybody that's triggered by what how you're growing, how you're healing, how you're progressing in your life in general, and also specifically what you did in this healing. And so these people are out, you're imagining copies of these people out in front of you, and then just chill out and have a conversation and just be like, hey, your angels can help and guide you. Your angels can help you heal. Your angels can, you know, give you the best advantage in life. Your angels can always protect you. Whatever problems you have, your angels can carry your burdens. Your angels can help solve your problems. Your angels can teach you all about your manifestation wings if you want. Your angels can teach you anything you want. So if you still have other people in the crowd, just You know, you could say, go check your body, go take a deep breath. It'll help you have a better day. And if you still have people, you can't think of other good things to say, just say, angels, can you please help me with those people? So that's crowd exercise for triggered people. You can do that whenever, of course. But it's sort of a proactive thing that you can do rather than wait until someone's throwing energy at you to do crowd exercise. You can just proactively do it, particularly if you know you just did something, you know, pretty that makes a big splash, like the manifestation wing work we did. Just proactively do crowd exercise for triggered people. All right. So go ahead and just ask your, let's wrap up. So just ask your angels for a blessing and a healing. Angels, can you give me a blessing and a healing? And of course, angels, can you heal my creativity and my manifesting? All right. So we did it. Congratulations. Woohoo! So that's it. We did the healing. Someone else says thank you. Well, you're welcome. All right, cool. Well, that's a great note to end on. You guys are awesome. And again, this was an all levels healing, meaning that it's good for motivated newbies. It's good for everybody. But, you know, if you only do a little bit of it, that's fine. If you do the whole thing, that's fine. If some of it didn't make sense because it's too complicated for you right now, don't worry. You just do what you want to do of it. And if you have any questions, though, if something didn't make sense and you want to understand it, you want to work it more, definitely feel free to post a question below in the comment section once it's a video. And I'll be happy to answer any, you know, any follow-up questions about anything in this video. And like I said, there will be a detailed healing summary that I make. It depends on what my state of mind is later today, whether I do it today or tomorrow. But there will be a detailed healing summary with timestamp links that are specific, so you can go to whatever part you want to redo if you don't want to do the whole thing. So we can end with Animal Cam. Obviously, you see Bambi here being very adorable. But I'll show you Bambi and Zen and Smokey and and there's I'll link it below later, but there's this is Bambi, of course, that you've been seeing. She's very cool. Aren't you? Yes, you are. You're very cool. And then this is on top of the microwave there around the pink blanket and stuffed animals. That's Zen, I think. Yeah, that's Zen. The black cat right there. And then there's another black cat up there on top of that cat tree, and that's Smokey. And then I think there's only one beagle over there right now. Yeah, Izzy is in that carrier. So I'm going to open up the carrier so you can see Izzy. And there is a new video that my husband made. It's 5 minutes long, and it shows me and all our 3 beagles in our backyard, and it shows me in the house with like, I think 2 out of 3 of the cats are in the video, and my husband's narrating the whole thing. It's totally cute. So I'll link that below later. The latest, but it's on my husband's vlog, video blog, which is psychicunicorns.com is what it's called. The entry is called Meet Izzy, because this is Izzy, our beagle, and it talks a lot about him. Okay, so here's Izzy. I'll let you see him. Okay, so we'll do a close-up on Izzy, and then that's that. Izzy, come here. I need some water. Hey, buddy boy. There you go. Baby boy. You're a cutie. Okie doke. Well, okay, hi everybody. All right, thank you very much. You're awesome. Take care. Bye.
Janet, you're doing a great job, and you're right, and you're sexy.